Hi everyone, Jan Fursdon here from Fursdon House. Well, it has been a long time since I have been doing anything because I was busy catching COVID-19 and then recovering from COVID-19. So that's why I've been completely out of it lately. I'm completely better now. I am past all of the stages of being able to give it to anyone, and I've been very blessed. I didn't require any hospitalization or anything, but I have been one sick little puppy. But, and I want to thank my husband. He's been so good. They sent him home to be with me, and he's just been working himself to death, which he always does, but cooking and cleaning and everything. So I just thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you, and I thank God that he's allowed me to recover completely. And then it took about a week or so before I even felt like doing any creative work at all after I was over it. So I'm finally back, and I wanted to do something kind of small and sweet and pretty. So this is what I've come up with. It is a journal inside a box. This is one of those where it's a box that looks like a book. I've just added that little tag down there because I didn't like the printing on it. It was, you know, there was whatever it is, one of those things that tell you what the prices are and all that kind of stuff. But I found the little booklet at where did I find it? It was a bookstore. Anyway, doesn't matter. Who created the book is Punch Studio, and I love their work. It's just so pretty, and there's a lot of, I think maybe the camera's picking up on it. You can see the gold is done in a glistening type. It's just so pretty, and I thought, you know what, that needs a book in it. What can I say? The dimensions of the book, or the box rather, are 4 inches wide, 6.5 inches tall, and 1.5 inches on a spine. And then it's opened by a small little what do you call it, magnet. My words are not coming to me really well. It's been a while since I've done any taping and videoing, so I'll just ask for your forgiveness now. But anyway, this is the journal. I think you're so sweet. I really had fun making him. So there's the box. You can always just keep that for keepsakes, or those are great places also to put ephemera and stuff. But I'll just put him up out of the way here. Here is the journal itself, and the journal dimensions are 3.5 inches wide, 6.25 inches tall, and 1.5 inches on the signature. And to close it, I've just done this bit of seam binding lace, and I've attached this beautiful crocheted flower. I loved it. And I thought, how am I going to get that on there? And da-da-da. And I thought, you know what? I can just put it as part of the tie. So I thought that worked out rather well. I'm not sure if you want to call it hardback, but it's a stiff cardboard that I've used. And it has 2 signatures. And I've just used some old lace that's been tea stained. And so 2 signatures, about 40 pages. So let's go ahead and open them up. Or her. She's too pretty to be a him. It's got to be a her. So this is a little book. I'm doing something slightly different this time. Normally on this side, I will put in a letter from me. It just kind of talks about the journal and so on and so forth. And sometimes it'll talk about journals in particular. But because I wanted to do something a little bit different, I thought this time I'm just going to write it in this little book here that I've created, a little tiny. It's empty. Just a few blank pages. And I'm just going to write in that instead. So whoever purchases it, it will be addressed to them. And we have a little sticker here. This journal belongs to. I love this paper. This is, do I know where it's from? Nope, I don't. If I can remember it, I will put it down in there. But it was just a lot of fun to do. We have a crocheted part of a doily here. In here, I've used some cards an ephemera that I got from G. Kerr. That's G-I and then K-E-R-R. lovely, lovely lady, and fabulous things. I'll put her link below, but these are some, I had purchased an ephemera kit that had a lot of pieces of ephemera in it, and I'm using those up, and I've used several in here of hers, and they're just so sweet. So I've just made a little pocket there. Here's another little pocket, and then this is, again, this is from G. Kerr. Little, very sweet. Put that in there. Here we have some paper. This is from My Porch Prints. I love My Porch Prints. I use a lot of them. And what I've done, there's the other part of the page further down in here. But I've just taken the page and folded it over, so I've given you plenty of room. Because the idea was, because it is small, I wanted to give you plenty of journaling space. So there's another page there. And as we turn it over, you can see there's a pocket here. And I've done a page from a book. Let's see, which book was this one? This page came from, it's called The Wildflowers of Britain and Northern Europe. So that's where that page came from. It's an original page. Beautiful flowers. You've got journaling space on the reverse. Y'all know me, I have to have plenty of journaling space. Edged, all the paper, of course, has been tea-dyed, coffee stained, so on and so forth. A little bit of lace on the edge there. This, I've just done a very simple, what I call a fall, just to add a little bit of prettiness to it. This piece is all that's left of a piece that was an antique. I think it was like a, not a doily, but like a large, like a table runner from the 1920s. And I had used up most of it, but I had this little tiny piece left. And so I cut this out of it, and I thought, well, I don't know if I'll ever use it, but of course now I have. So that was kind of neat. This fabric, again, I've just done a little fall. I love this fabric. My husband got this in South Korea when he was stationed there in the late 90s. And he actually had a blouse made for me, but I never wore it. But I love the fabric. So, and now after a while it didn't fit anyway, so I cut it up, and I am enjoying it every time I use it, and I just think it's so sweet. And my husband says, okay, whatever, as long as you're happy with it. So we're good. He knows how crazy I can be. That's just the back part of the paper. Here's the rest of that one page. That's My Porch Prints. I've just added a little bit of stenciling and coloring. Here we have another little booklet from G. Kerr. And then that's the back side. I've just put a little snippet of lace and what have you, a little applique. And then inside the little pocket, I've put two beautiful tags. And I believe these are from My Porch Prints as well, I believe. If not, I'll put a correction in, but I'm thinking that's where they came from. But they're just so pretty. They're foxglove, which is also known as digitalis. I don't know if all of you know that or not, but, and I've just put a little bit of a piece of crocheted snippet there. And then there's the back page of the first signature. I've just put in some crocheted lace here. And then here, I've left the reverse empty so that you can write on it. Again, more space to write on. But I've made it particularly strong. That's 3 thicknesses that have been glued together because I call these writing boards. And I thought, you know, it'll really come in handy, you know, when you're trying to print on something, say like this page here, and you've got this behind it, or anything else that has any kind of dimension to it, it's kind of difficult to write on the page. So what you do is you put your writing board right behind it, and then you can write on like that. So it really is, it serves several purposes. It's the writing board, it's a tag or that you can write on, and you can also use it as a bookmark. So I thought, well, that's just kind of neat. So that all worked out really well. So let's get back to where we were. I've just literally put it in the center here, and the papers are the same as what's on inside of the front and on the back here, you can see. Okay, so here's the start of the second signature. Just some fabric roses or rosettes, and this is just a little snippet I've put in here. This is something that I learned from, oh my goodness, am I going to remember? I think, is it a Trace of Sparkle? Oh goodness, I'm going to have to put the name in, but she, and I think that's right, a Trace of Sparkle, but I could be dead wrong on that, so I will definitely put it below. Here is just a little, again, I'm coming up with more ways to give you more space to write, so I've just added some pages on the reverse, and it just literally pops right down in here. But I watched this lady do a video, and she did a much larger one, and I thought, oh, that's so cool. And it's folded paper, it's attached, and what you do, this is just crocheted piece that I've glued on, and you literally unfold it. Now, is that not cool or what? I just thought that is so neat. So lots of space to write in. Again, you would definitely want to use your writing board for this because you're, you know, you're off the edge here. But I just thought it was so neat. And like I said, she did some, hers were much larger. And you just fold it back up and you put this right into there. And she did some that had jewelry findings and things. So I also did several of them while I was at it. But I just thought it was so neat. So I was really happy to use that for the first time in my work. But I will definitely put that link below, and I'll just call it a folded paper pocket thingy, and that way you'll know what I'm talking about. And I put that on vellum. This is a sweet little page from oh goodness, let me get it here. It's an original page from Beatrix Potter's The Tale of Two Bad Mice. This is a duplicate that I have. I have the original hardback books that my husband inherited. And I had this little small booklet. And I thought, oh, I'm going to use those pages. And it's about Hunka and Munka, who are two bad mice. And then these two dolls. And I can't remember their names, but they live in this dollhouse. And so those are the dolls, of course. You don't see the mice in this picture, but I thought for some reason that would make a cute little pocket, so that's what it is. Here we have a little card. It's the Bloomer Polka. Can you imagine wearing clothes like that? I mean, they look comfortable, but... And again, space on the reverse. I'll just put that down in there. This is the last piece I have of some paper that I had purchased that someone had dyed for me, and I need to get some more. And if I can find the person's name who did it, I'm going to have to find it because I want to order more. I'll put that link below as well. But such beautiful work. And that's from dyeing the paper and somehow getting it all to work so that you're putting a crochet doily or whatever down. And you just have that beautiful pattern there. And as I said, this is all that I had left, was this enough to make a little double-sided pocket. I've saved every bit of it that I could, and I love it. And again, it's created a little pocket on this side. So here are two journal tags, cards, if you will. On this one, I've given a couple of little sheets there and done some stamping. And then here's a favorite, watching the little snail. I thought it was neat. So put that in there. Again, another little, just a snippet of antique lace. It's back from the 1940s, 1950s. I love it. And we'll just keep on going. A little bit more stamping here. This is another of my porch prints. Just opens up there for, again, having some space there. I love that old, it looks like from an old cottage. Beautiful. More stamping here. And on the reverse, I've just put a little bit of a lace snippet here. This is the back side of, let me take this off here. That's a little paper clip from Tim Holtz. I love those little tiny things. They're sweet. I've had some other kinds, but his so far are the best. And in this little pocket, I've just put a little envelope. And inside I've gotten a piece of folded paper that I've done some stamping and distressing on. So, again, just put him right in there. And then on the reverse is a sweet little card that's Little Boy Blue. And that's from G. Kerr as well. So I just had him done up here. And then this is another card. What is this one? McGuffey's Eclectic. Duh. Electric. McGuffey's Eclectic Primer. Lesson 1. Just a little thing there. And I thought that was sweet. So let's just put this back together. And then on this page, I have created using My Porch Prints paper. I love their paper. So beautiful. It's understated, and I think that's what I particularly like about it. So you've got several pages there. And a little bit of lace there. I've used a little belly band, again, with some more of this antique lace, 1940s, 1950s. And then 2 cards, or tags rather. It turned out pink and blue. Okay, that's fine. That'll work. Just put those down in there. And then another one of these. It's just a little, I think this is My Porch Prints as well. If I'm incorrect, I'll make a correction, but I think that's where it came from. And again, this is the last page, so I've done some stamping on it. And there's the last page, of course, to write on, and the end of the journal. So, as I said, small, sweet. I enjoyed putting it together. It was a lot of fun because I didn't want anything large. And again, you just take this, and what you want to do is tie it very tightly, because when you're fitting it into the box has one of those magnetic closures. And we all know that those don't always hold steady. So, just to see if I can do this on camera. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I think this is going to be a difficult one. Anyway, such is life. Gotta have some difficulties, otherwise we'd get bored, I reckon. There we go. And then I just keep that right inside there so that it doesn't interfere with the with putting it back in the box. So there you have it. It is for sale on my Etsy shop. I'll put that link below. Again, it's good to be back. And this is what I mean by making sure that it's nice and flat. Poke all that down in there. Actually, I want to poke that in there. Not that it matters, but I'm kind of anal retentive about certain things. But there it is, its own little box, and you can see if you can smoosh him down in here, because I like putting stuff in my journals. But there he goes, closed. And again, beautiful little book. So I hope you're all having a blessed week. It's been a crazy week. Weather's beautiful though, so the sun is shining. Lots to be thankful for. So I hope you have a blessed week. Take care, and hopefully it won't be as long till you see me again. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.